This is why you have your life planned. You might not believe this, but you didn't actually choose to watch this video. I know, it sounds impossible, maybe even a little creepy. But right now, somewhere deep in your mind, this moment was set in motion before you even realized you clicked. Scientists have put people in brain scanners and can predict the decisions they'll make 7 to 10 seconds before those people are even aware of making a choice. Let that settle in. Your conscious mind is less of a decision maker and more of a narrator, explaining decisions your brain already took care of backstage. Before we dive any deeper into this is why you have your life planned, if you're hungry to learn more about the hidden forces shaping your choices, make sure you subscribe to the Growth Mindset Project and smash that bell to get every future truth drop as soon as it posts. You won't want to miss what's coming. All right, let's keep exploring. Ever finish your commute and realize you remember nothing since pulling out of the driveway? Who was really driving? It wasn't the conscious you. Most of your day is run on autopilot, patterns you never actively chose, just automatic sequences that now control so much of your existence. Think about reaching for your phone. That movement starts before your mind even forms the thought, let's check Instagram. When you order chocolate instead of vanilla, the mental decision was made behind the curtain before you even read the flavors. This is why you have your life planned. Because your life is a code of habits, systems, bias, and programming. Most of it invisible to the you think is in charge. It's not just philosophy. Modern science can see it physically, right as it happens. Let's play a little game. I'll describe your morning routine, see if I'm wrong. You wake up, hit snooze, check your notifications even before getting out of bed, scroll your favorite apps in a habitual order, think the same early morning thoughts, take a shower for about the same amount of time, maybe grab the same type of breakfast. Sound familiar? That's because almost half your day is driven by pure repetition. Not choices, not free will, just programming. But it goes far deeper than just your day-to-day. Who you are, your personality, strengths, insecurities, triggers. So much of that was laid down before you could even talk. Personality traits come factory installed, like unremovable apps on your phone. Your parents gave you eye color, sure, but genetically also handed over pieces of their tendencies, their fears, their love patterns. Maybe you think, I'm nothing like my parents. Just wait. One day, you'll catch yourself saying their exact phrase the exact same way, and realize this is why you have your life planned. Even as you rebel, your programming always sneaks in. And during those first 7 years of life, your mind is a recorder, taking in every argument, every hug, every moment you felt seen or ignored. Those moments became your core operating system. Those early patterns are your map of what's normal, what's possible, what's out of reach. Even that inner critic, the voice saying you're not enough, not ready, not good at love, that's likely the echo of caregivers from your earliest memories. You're rarely living your present. You're replaying childhood lessons that never stopped running. At this point, if you're feeling a little mind blown, give this video a like and drop a comment about the one habit or pattern you feel trapped by. And let's spark a conversation on just how predictable our lives can be. Now, let's layer in your environment. You're not just your childhood, you're also a product of everyone you spend time with. Science shows your brain contains mirror neurons designed to copy, automatically, the attitudes, mannerisms, even beliefs of the 5 people you're closest to, whether you admit it or not. The words they use, the way they tackle problems, even the subtle things like the speed of their breathing or how they sit, gradually become yours too. You might think your opinions are independent, but most of them were inherited from your physical and digital environments, the town you grew up in, the values of the people around you, the unspoken rules of your social group. This is why you have your life planned. Where you're born, who you meet, what your immediate world values. These things often predict your future more than raw talent ever could. So often, we're simply the sum of the ideas, habits, and traditions of those closest to us, running on repeat under the surface. And then there's your brain's built-in bias filter. Our minds don't actually crave truth. They crave predictability, safety, sameness. Buy a new car? Suddenly you notice that same model everywhere. The world didn't change. Your attention did. This same force, confirmation bias, causes us to cling to what we already believe, dismiss facts that don't fit, and justify what we're comfortable with. We crave feeling right, even over being correct. That's why it's so hard to leave a job you hate, break a harmful routine, or change a relationship. Your system would rather keep what it knows than risk the discomfort of change. If you're still with me at this point, a gentle reminder to drop a like if this is making you question everything, and make sure you're subscribed to the Growth Mindset Project for weekly mind upgrades. Let's talk about your relationship to tech. Pull out your phone. Chances are you've checked it several times since you started watching. That's not a failure of willpower. It's the result of supercomputers and teams of neuroscientists engineering every ding, every notification dot to hijack your reward centers. Social platforms, news apps, even shopping sites, they're all carefully designed to keep you in an endless loop. Your newsfeed isn't reality. It's a simulation molded just for you, training your brain, narrowing your perception, shaping what you see as normal. This is why you have your life planned, by forces you rarely see, controlling how and when your attention slips away. And then, the language you speak actually limits what you're capable of thinking. The vocabulary you've collected is the border of your conceptual world. If your language lacks a word for a feeling or possibility, that experience is mostly locked away, out of reach. Your inner self-talk? It's a playlist of sentences you picked up in childhood, repeated so often they become reality, shaping your confidence, your doubts, your creativity, even the questions you think to ask. Your programming runs even deeper, all the way to ancient survival instincts. Your brain still thinks you live in tribes and caves, which is why a mean comment or losing a few likes on a post actually triggers panic. Status was once tied to survival, so your nervous system responds to modern social threats with ancient defense mechanisms: fight, flight, or freeze. This is why you defend your favorite teams, your phone brand, even your morning coffee provider. Your programming wants tribal loyalty. How about time? You would rather have a smaller reward right now than a bigger one later. That's not laziness. That's prehistoric software designed for a world where later wasn't guaranteed. Future you is a stranger, so we eat all the snacks, delay all the work, and then can't understand why we're behind. Even memory isn't safe. Each time you revisit a memory, your mind edits it unconsciously, so your past too is partly fiction. And here's the wildest thing. Even after learning all of this, even after you see the code controlling your thoughts, your habits, your cravings for freedom, tomorrow you'll act out the same scripts, rerun the same scenes. Awareness doesn't always change the programming, at least not right away. It's like seeing the strings on a puppet and still dancing the dance. But every time you notice, every time you catch yourself on autopilot or feel the urge to check your phone and decide to wait 3 seconds before acting, something powerful happens. For a fleeting moment, the script pauses. There's a split-second gap between trigger and response, and inside that gap, you catch a flicker of true agency. Over time, noticing the programming becomes its own habit, a meta-habit. And while 99% of your thoughts and actions might be automatic, that 1% of self-awareness is where real change begins. This is why you have your life planned. It was mapped before you could understand the map, by biology, by family, by culture, by language, by technology, by ancient fears, and new distractions. But the tiny sliver of awareness, the habit of noticing habits, is the first step to rewriting even the oldest code. If your mind's spinning and you want to go even deeper, check out the other videos here on the Growth Mindset Project. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and take control of that 1% of your life that's truly yours. See you in the next mind-bending episode.